So, hello everyone. It's good to be back here once again. This is John Consulting, your strategic business growth support partner. So, a lot of things, have been happening in the business space, in the business world for business compliances, and that is why we have taken it upon ourselves on this YouTube channel to always be showing up, to always be giving you every necessary information, necessary updates that you need to know or you need to have as regards your business. And that is why we have come this beginning of the month of August to give you another August 2026 tax and statutory compliance that every Nigerian businesses must not miss. It's a statutory, it is compulsory, it is mandatory, it is not optional. Some recent days ago, we were carrying out some compliance check for one of our clients. And if you are been following us on this YouTube channel, and we want all our subscribers to always be showing up each time we have our live streaming, because it will help you, of course, in understanding compliances more, because new things are happening, changes are happening. Those that are connected to us, that are our subscribers, each time we are going stream, going live, you can join us. You would have seen the notification. If you have put on your notification bell, you would have seen that we are live, and you can always join us, because this will be beneficial to you, beneficial to your business, and of course, those that are around you as well. So we're carrying out that compliance check, and most people, it is when they need something, they started, trying to, get it, go after it, and all of that. But there are some things that you would have put in place before you get some certain things. For example, before you can get tax clearance certificate, you must have been filing. You must have been filing. Once you're onboarded on the e-tax platform, you must have been filing. For example, the value added tax, which we are going to give you in today's live streaming. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, this is the right channel for you to be. We are your strategic business growth support partner, and we are here to help you in your business journey. You don't need to journey alone by yourself. That is why we are always showing up here. In fact, the essence of this YouTube channel is to help all business owners, Nigeria, in Africa, across the world, right, to understand what they need to do. You've registered a business with Corporate Affairs Commission. Thank you for joining us. Please, if today is your first time of joining us, please try to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell, because we'll always be giving you every necessary information concerning your business. So you formalize your business with Corporate Affairs Commission, and a lot of changes too have been happening with Corporate Affairs Commission, with Nigerian Revenue Service, formerly known as Federal Inland Revenue Service. Tax audits have been going on, tax investigation, a lot of checks have been going on, and we are going to give you all the necessary updates on this live stream today. That is why you need to join us to the end of this stream. Give us a thumbs up on our video, comment, ask questions concerning business compliances. And if you need us to serve you as your tax consultant, tax advisor, external auditors, your outsourced accountant, we are always available here to serve you, putting all your compliances in place. And we've said this over and over on this YouTube channel, that compliance is now an asset. Compliance now protects you. It protects you. It's an asset to you. So you need to ensure that all your compliances are put in place. So back to the story that we're trying to tell you concerning one of our clients, and then they wanted their tax clearance certificate. They've not been filing, and it is, of course, you need to reach out to us, right? And this channel too is also an avenue for business owners, entrepreneurs, anybody that have one or two things to do with businesses. This is an avenue for you to reach out to us. When you reach out to us, tell us about your business. We will help you to carry out a check. We will tell you important things that you need to put in place, you need to do concerning your business, so that you will not have issues with the regulatory authorities. So when they needed the tax clearance certificate, of course, filing was not done for a longer period of time. And this filing must be done pending CIT, company income tax, pending value added tax, not being done, right? So we needed to do all of those filings. We did all the filings successfully. But because the company income tax filing has been late, so it's already a late filing. And remember, if you have watched all our videos, all our dissecting Nigerian tax reform for better understanding, we've dissected each of the section. You can watch it. It's on this channel. We have over close to 300 videos on this YouTube channel, and they are practical videos that will help your business. So after filing all these VAT, company income tax, two company income tax have already been late, there was penalty. And we said it here that in this Nigerian Tax Reform Act, after a month that you fail to file, the deadline month, if it's 1 month each month that you are late in filing, there's 100,000 penalties. Yes, 100,000 penalty. And that was what happened. You need now the tax identification number that we are used to before is already going in extinction. We now have what we call tax ID, 13 digits. Tax ID now is now in vogue. If you are used to filing, right, if you put TIN, it may not even accept TIN again. There's no acceptance of TIN again. If you don't have a valid tax ID, it will double the tax rate for you. If the tax rate is meant to be 5%, if you don't have a valid tax ID, it will double the tax rate. And that's a whole lot. And that's why we are giving necessary information on this YouTube channel. So you understand what we are saying. So all the questions that you need to ask here, please let it relate to business. We can answer your question on this YouTube channel. You are your chartered accountant, tax advisor, external auditor, tax consultant, outsource accountant, business compliance professionals. We have been doing this for over 15 years. So we have the right knowledge. Of course, business automation, accounting software implementation. We do all of this professionally, and we deliver for you. We deliver to your business, and we help your business to thrive and to grow. And that's what we do on this YouTube channel. So there was a penalty of 100,000 for 1 month late filing. There was a penalty of 100,000. And that's something. That 100,000 could have been used to offset your compliance check, right? So we don't want any business owner that are connected to us to be paying unnecessary penalties on what they are supposed to do. And that is why you need to reach out to us. So let's dive into today's live stream. August 2026, tax and statutory compliance, tax and statutory deadlines. Every Nigerian business must not miss. It is statutory. It is compulsory. It is law. Tax is law. Tax is law. So it is not optional. So there's a popular saying that says that two things are sure in life: tax and debt. Debt is sure and tax is sure. There's no nation of the world, in any continent, in any nations, in any region, in any state, that don't pay tax. Tax is universal. So that is why tax is sure. So you must pay it. So far you are earning, except you are not earning. So far you are earning, you must pay. So let's dive into today's live streaming. Please give us a thumbs up. Share with other people that you know that needs all this information. Share it with them. Share it with business owner. Tell business owner to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we are always showing up here to give you necessary information and updates. So if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, accountant, finance manager, NGO executive, or human resource manager in Nigeria, or professional, this video could save you. It could save you. It could save your business from costly penalties, interest charges, and compliance headache in this August. So many Nigerian business lose money every month simply because they miss important tax and statutory deadlines. They are important and you must carry it out. It is statutory. You must do it. And you don't need to do it all by yourself. We can help you in all of these compliances. So in today's video, we'll walk you through the key August 2026 tax and statutory deadlines every Nigerian business must not miss. So please ensure you stay with us till the end of the video, because it is practical. We'll be giving you practical tips that can help you stay ahead of regulators and avoid unnecessary sanctions and penalties. Imagine the tax authority came to do tax investigation and they are giving you a 1 billion amount to pay. This is outrageous. This is out of place. But it can happen if you don't do the necessary thing that you need to do. So let's get started in this video. Welcome to Tojon Consulting. We are chartered accountants, tax advisor, tax consultant, business growth support partner, helping business achieve compliance, profitability, and sustainable growth. So if you are new here, please ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on your notification bell, and share this video with other business owners who need this information. So let's dive into today's video of 2026 August compliance deadlines. So the first deadline is the payee remittance. Payee means pay as you earn. P-A-Y-E. Pay as you earn. It is what you earn that you pay tax on. And in the new Nigerian Tax Reform Act, if you are earning 800 annually, you are exempted from paying pay as you earn. So it is when you earn above 800,000 per annum that you pay the difference of whatever you pay. There's a calculation for that. And we have the video on this YouTube channel. There's a table. So if you need us to serve as your tax consultant, compliance, remitting all your taxes on a monthly basis, you can reach out to us. We will help you to minimize, to maximize, and to take the necessary exemptions when paying your taxes, either value-added tax, either pay as you earn, either withholding tax, company income tax, whatever tax at all. We are tax experts. You can reach out to us, and we are business professionals helping you in your business journey. So the first critical deadline is payee remittance. So if your business has employees and you deduct pay as you earn from their salaries, you are expected to remit the deductions to the relevant state internal revenue service. And we've said it over and over on this YouTube channel that it is the state that your staff, your employees are residents that you pay their payee remittance to, not where the business is located. So the due date of this pay as you earn for July 2026 deduction of pay as you earn is August 10th, 10th of August 2026. And you don't need to wait till the deadline day, which is 10th of August. This is 2nd of August. You could have been doing all the computation, all the necessary records, putting them in place, of course, from your payroll. And then you can remit on or before 5th, before the 10th day deadline. You could have remit. And if you don't know how to do all of that, reach out to us. We can help you to put all of these remittance in order. So what this cover is July 2026 payroll deduction, and failure to remit payee in time may attract penalties. It usually attracts penalties, interest charges, and enforcement actions from the tax authorities. So employers are generally required to remit pay as you earn deduction by the 10th of the following month, which is this August, from July payroll deductions. The second statutory deadline is pension contributions. So the second deadline involves the pension remittance, which involves that employers are required to remit both employer and employee pension contributions to the designated pension fund administrators. So if you have a staff, you must remit pension for them. So the due date, which is the deadline date, is still the 10th day of August for July 2026 payee deductions, payroll deductions. So you must ensure that your payroll records are promptly and properly reconciled before submission to avoid discrepancies and employees' complaints. The third deadline is National Housing Fund contribution, NHF. And this pension we first mentioned, this NHF that we are mentioning now, they can be used to reduce your payee deductions. It is a statutory deductions. You can use it to reduce pay as you earn tax that you need to pay. So if your organization deducts National Housing Fund contribution from eligible employees, this deduction should also be remitted promptly, and the due date is still 10th of August 2026. So timely remittance protects your organization from regulatory issues and ensures employees continue to enjoy National Housing Fund benefits. The fourth deadline is value added tax returns and remittance. Value added tax returns and remittance. So this value added tax, which is known generally as VAT, it is a tax that is charged on goods and services, eligible goods and services. So business registered for value added tax are required to file their VAT returns and remit any VAT collected from customers. If you've collected tax from customers, and there are exemptions to this charging of VAT on your invoice. If your turnover annually is 100 million and below, from 0 to 999 million, right? You are not meant to charge value added tax on your invoice. You are not meant to. And this is what the benefit of the Nigerian Tax Reform Act is giving to business, so that they can have much more cash inflow in their business to run their business. And if there's any best thing that have happened in this administrator, is this Nigerian Tax Reform Act that is already in place from 1st of January 2026 beyond. So you don't need to charge VAT to your customer if your turnover is 100 million and below. Don't charge VAT on your invoice except if your turnover is above 100 million. Anything above 100 million, you charge VAT on your invoice. But if you are registered as VAT, either you are paying VAT, you are remitting or not, you must still file your VAT, and you can file it as new. That is why we are here, to ensure you're paying remittances monthly, to take advantage of all the necessary statutory deductions that can help you to reduce your taxes. Of course, based on the law, we do tax avoidance, and it is based on the law. Tax minimization, tax planning, right, to reduce all your taxes. And this is from your records, from your business record. You must keep your business record. No record, no tax relief, no tax exemption, no tax benefit. So your record is as important as getting your tax benefits and reliefs and exemptions as well. So this value added tax, which is charged to customers on the invoice, of course, is 7.5% on the amount that you are charging to your customer on their invoice. And the due date, the deadline date, is 21st of August 2026 on the invoices of July 2026. And if you are incurring expenses and they are charging you value added tax on it, you can claim back all those value added tax they have charged you on your expenses. So you can see a way how tax advisor, tax consultants, can help you to reduce your tax liability. You might be saying that you will pay them. Yes, you will pay us our professional fee, but we are giving you value in return. Whatever you are paying us, right, as our professional fee cannot be equate to the benefit that you will get eventually in reducing your tax liability. So you need us to work with you. So reach out to us. Our contact, our emails is on this YouTube channel. You can shout us up on our WhatsApp. You can call us directly. You can email us, and we'll respond to you swiftly. So the July 2026 taxable transactions are covered in this value added tax, which is 21st of August 2026. And you need to remember that even where no value added tax was collected, businesses that are required to file should ensure appropriate returns are submitted where applicable. So under the current tax administration framework, value added returns are generally due on the 21st of the following month, which we've already told you. The fifth deadline is withholding tax remittance, WHT, withholding tax remittance. And what is this withholding tax? We have a video, up to 5 videos that explain withholding tax. Yes, in fact, most of our monthly tax and statutory deadlines every business must not miss are already covered in the withholding tax. And we have a single video, 2-3 of them, that explain withholding tax. And what is withholding tax? Withholding tax is a tax that is deducted at source. We explain it this way. You are our vendors or suppliers or contractors. You give us invoice, right? You wanted to do work for us. And the invoice that you gave us probably is, let's say, 1 million, right? Before we pay you the full 1 million, we will withhold on that 1 million. But just wait there. There are some information regarding this. In this new tax reform and in the withholding tax regulation of 2024, which relates to the Nigerian Tax Reform Act, if you are giving us invoice that the value does not exceed 2 million, you are exempted from being charged withholding tax, rather, not VAT, withholding tax. So 2 million and below transactions are exempted from withholding tax. You will not be charged, right? So that is, knowledge is very important. We are giving you this knowledge, of course, for free. If you are connected to this YouTube channel, you can take advantage of this knowledge and use it for your business. And that is why you need to subscribe, like our video, and share with other business owners. And of course, if you cannot do all of this by yourself, reach out to us. We will start helping you to do it. So 2 million and below transactions are exempted from withholding tax based on the law. If you don't know the law, if you don't know what the law is saying, you may not be able to take advantage of this benefit. And that is why we are bridging that knowledge gap for you. So it is anything that is above 2 million, you pay the business that you want to work with will withhold based on the rate, right? Based on the rate of the transaction, we withhold from the difference of the 2 million. If the transaction amount is 2.5 million, they will only withhold on the 500,000, the difference of the 2 million, right? Which is 500,000, will only be withhold. And withholding tax, varies in rate. There's 2%, there's 5%, there's 7.5, 10%, and all of that. We have for state, we have for Nigerian Revenue Service, which is federal. So these are the information. So, and it is deducted from the source before paying you the amount of the work that you want to do with the business. That's for the contractors and the vendors, and of course for professionals that are dealing, with business as well. So if your business deducts withholding tax from vendors, from contractors, from suppliers, from consultants, from service providers, such deductions must be remitted promptly, and the due date, the deadline date, is till 21st of August for July 2026 transactions, same as value added tax due date. So the common transactions that are subject to withholding tax include professional services, consultancy fees, contract payments, management fees, rent payments, and the likes. So withholding remittances are generally due by the 21st of the following month. So this is a very important information that you need to take action on. So the deadline, the number 6 deadline is NSITF contributions. Every employer should also review their obligations under the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund. NSITF, NHF, pensions, right, life assurance, all these can be used to reduce your payee on a monthly basis if you are remitting it. So organization must ensure that they compensate their employees, and of course for insurance obligations which are properly managed and remitted where applicable. So where you are remitting all these statutory deductions, you can use it to reduce your tax liability, especially pay as you earn. So compliance risks of missing deadlines, the risks that is involved in missing all these statutory deadlines. So many business, assume that tax penalties are insignificant until they receive assessment notice. There was one of our clients that reached out to us that tax authority, they gave them, assessment and all of that, and all of this, started complaining. And the reason is because the tax authority, they are monitoring everything digitally now. You cannot escape. If they have not visited you, if they have not sent you mail or assessment, just hold on. They are still coming if you fail to carry out all your compliances. And you don't need to wait up to that time, because once they come with the assessment, be sure that a huge liability is waiting for you. And that is why Tozion Consulting is coming in to reduce the weight and the pressure of all these tax issues, tax pressures, tax trauma. It can be so traumatic. And when they come, they have come. And we shield you from all the pressure. We are your number one professional. Reach out to us. So when you miss all these deadlines, it can result in financial penalties, interest charges, compliance investigations, restriction of access to tax clearance certificates. You cannot get tax clearance certificate if you have not filed up to date. Like one of our clients that we told you about that just reach out to us. If you are already our client, we'll be carrying out all your statutory remittances, all your tax remittances, and that is the benefit of you partnering with us as a strategic business growth support partner. There will also be delays in government contract and procurement opportunities. And the most important one, reputational damage, loss of loans, contracts, investors, foreign and local, you miss out. So that's why we said, compliance is now an asset and it protects you. So the cost of compliance is almost always lower than the cost of non-compliance. We've said it over and over that it is cheaper to be compliant, while it is expensive to be non-compliant, because they will give you liability and you must pay it. Even if you negotiate, you will still pay at the end of the day. So August 2026 compliance checklist, before the end of August, right? You must, in fact, right now, you must reconcile your payroll records, remit your payee deductions, pay your pension contributions, remit your NHF, that's Nigerian Housing Funds contribution. You must file your VAT returns, either nil or you are paying. You must file it. Remit withholding deductions. If you have charged withholding from your vendors, contractors, and service provider, you must remit it. You must review your tax records. You can call us, we help you to do all the review. We can work with you. You must maintain proper accounting documentation. Documentation is everything. Record is everything. Before you can get reliefs, exemptions, or tax deductions, you must have record, right? And of course, you must update your compliance records on relevant regulatory portals. Portals is very important. So as we conclude this live stream, August is a critical compliance month for Nigerian businesses. The organizations that thrive are not just those that make it, but those that maintain strong compliance systems. Because this compliance, if you don't carry it out, will be amounting to millions. It will be amounting to millions. So don't wait until penalties arrive before taking action. You can take action now by reaching out to us. So you need to create a compliance calendar, monitor your deadlines, and seek professional guidance from us, Tourism Consulting, your number one professionals. So at Tourism Consulting, we help businesses with accounting services, tax compliance, payroll administration, statutory remittances, audit services, financial statements, registration for taxes, tax clearance certificate, CAC compliance. Of course, we are a CAC accredited agent, we are a chartered accountant firm. Then business advisory. So if you need assistance, kindly contact us using the details in the subscription button below. If you found this video valuable, of course, all our videos are valuable and practical. Give it a thumbs up. Give all our videos thumbs up. Watch them, give it a thumbs up and share. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and share it with fellow business owners, entrepreneurs around you. Thank you for watching today's live streaming. We are Tourism Consulting. We see you in another live streaming. Thank you very much and stay compliant. Bye for now.